For most of human history, extinction was not a concept people fully understood. When something disappeared, it was not assumed to be gone forever. It was believed to be hiding, retreating, or waiting. Ancient texts, legends, and eyewitness accounts repeatedly describe creatures that were thought to vanish thousands of years ago, yet continue to appear in reports even today. These accounts span continents, cultures, and centuries, and they share one disturbing similarity: the witnesses are often ordinary people with nothing to gain from lying. Long before modern cryptozoology existed, humans documented encounters with creatures that should not exist according to accepted history. One of the most persistent examples comes from the depths of the oceans. Ancient sailors from Greece, Rome, China, and Scandinavia described massive serpent-like creatures capable of rising from the water and wrapping around ships. These were not vague shapes or imagined shadows. The descriptions included scales, eyes, movement patterns, and behavior. Pliny the Elder wrote about enormous sea serpents attacking vessels and coastal settlements. Norse sagas describe monsters so large they were mistaken for islands. Medieval maps marked regions of the ocean with warnings about giant creatures that dragged ships under the waves. Cave paintings depict large, long-necked animals coexisting with humans. In Africa, legends of the Makelmabem describe a massive, herbivorous creature inhabiting remote swamps. Matching the physical description of a sauropod dinosaur, indigenous tribes insist this creature is real, not mythical, and actively avoid regions where it is said to live. Known by many names, these beings are described with striking similarity: immense strength, bipedal movement, intelligence, and avoidance of human settlements. Skeletal remains are lacking, but the absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. If such creatures are highly intelligent, elusive, and rare, avoiding humans would be a survival strategy. Footprints, hair samples, vocal recordings, and eyewitness testimonies continue to surface. Many are dismissed as hoaxes, but not all can be easily explained. Indigenous cultures often speak of these beings not as animals, but as ancient people who chose isolation. If early human relatives survived longer than believed, they may have adapted to environments beyond human reach. Genetic studies confirm that modern humans interbred with multiple hominin species previously thought extinct. This alone suggests that human evolution is far more complex than once believed. Turning to the skies. Ancient civilizations described massive flying creatures that darkened the sun and preyed on livest. These were not symbolic dragons, but biological entities with wingspans described in practical terms. Some ancient texts describe creatures with leathery wings, elongated jaws, and hunting behavior similar to large predatory birds. Fossil evidence confirms the existence of pterosaurs, flying reptiles with wingspans exceeding modern aircraft, while they are believed extinct. The possibility of isolated survivors has been proposed in fringe scientific discussions. Large flying animals require immense energy, but remote regions with abundant prey could theoretically support such creatures. Sightings of enormous winged beings continue to be reported worldwide, often by multiple witnesses at once. These encounters are typically dismissed as misidentified birds, yet some reports describe wingspans far beyond any known species. Another ancient creature category involves subterranean beings. Myths across the world describe creatures living beneath the earth, emerging rarely, and leaving behind tunnels, collapsed ground, and strange sounds. Ancient mining communities warned of underground beings that attacked intruders. Modern geology confirms the existence of vast underground cave systems capable of supporting isolated ecosystems. Species have been discovered living entirely underground, blind and adapted to darkness. If smaller organisms can survive this way, larger ones may exist deeper still. What unites all these accounts is not fear, but consistency. If unknown animals can exist today, then the survival of ancient ones is not impossible. The question is not whether ancient creatures could still be alive, but whether we are prepared to accept the possibility. History shows that humanity has been wrong many times before. Creatures once dismissed as myths later proved real. The ocean, jungles, mountains, and underground still hold secrets older than civilization itself. And until every corner of this planet is explored, the ancient world may not be as dead as we think.